What's going on, guys? This is Waning Moonlight, and Night Rain's out at the end of this month. But I'm not so sure if I'm ready. So, today we're going to be taking on the hardest bosses in the Dark Souls trilogy. But how did I decide who's hardest, who's easy, so on and so forth? Well, I did the grueling research of asking Reddit. I asked what are the three hardest bosses, and I kind of see what people saw some opinions. So for each game, we're gonna be fighting two bosses each because I want it would be no fun if we only do one. So with all that information, we're gonna take on these bosses. And if this video does well enough, I'll also do the same for Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, like maybe later this week. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. And of course, if you enjoy this video, do subscribe, like it, and stay tuned for more content coming soon. With all that out of the way, it's time to get started. Alright, to start us off, we have Champion Gundyr. And honestly, he's one of the people I do always find to be a challenge. Maybe it's the fact that I typically either run magic or great swords, but his speed and aggression makes it hard to fight with. However, today will be different. I don't know if I've just gotten better since the last time I fought him, which was like probably over a year ago, but it went pretty good. Honestly, at the end, I just kind of started phase tanking a little bit because we made it this far, might as well. And yeah, you saw the fight, went pretty good. Almost felt bad for choosing him. But next up, we have Nameless King, who for a while was known as one of the hardest video game bosses of all time. Now that's obviously changed, and From Software has given us more bangers in Millennia and Consort Radon, but still, I don't believe that takes away from the legacy of the king. King of the Storms really isn't worth talking about, it's melt through them. But Nameless King is where all the fun's at. And I gotta say, I was a bit rusty. He actually took me down some quite bit, threw me off with his timings. This first attempt got really close. I was low. He was poise broken. I was taking advantage with those reposts, but I missed time to dodge. Next attempt, I kind of remembered that the Ash Award increases your damage with this axe, so that plus all the rings really helped increase that. And everyone knows more damage, faster things go. Finishing things with a repost. Not too bad, only 2 tries. Now we're going back to the past in Dark Souls 1. And here we're going to be fighting Artorias, who I have not fought him, not only in over a year, but it's also been like, I've maybe fought him like 5 or 6 times. So I actually need a good refresher on. And the things go okay for my first time back. As you see, I don't have upgraded Estus, and the only status bonus I have is from the shield, because I don't have any rings on. This account was from like a low percent items picked up run, so it wasn't probably wasn't the best to use for this, but it's the only one who had access to it, so it's what we went with. And first attempt lost, but a little over half the damage, so that wasn't too bad. He proceeded to then destroy me for the next 20 minutes. It happens to the best of us. Still warming up a little bit. But that's when I remembered the magic of poising through everything. Because dodge rolls honestly suck in this game. Sometimes you just gotta take it. So, put on the golem armor and use his halberd, and he went down pretty easily. And that's what we're going to do for Manus 2. In between now and then, I had picked up 2 Firekeeper Souls and the Ring of Favor and Protection. So that increases our HP, a bit of our stamina, and of course, all of our healing. Meaning, we can last a whole lot longer. I did not pick up the necklace thing or pendant that Manus uses. But I gotta say, I I'm wondering if they would even put Manus in Night Rain, because I mean, I don't know how they would do this stuff with the pendant, if they would even use it. I don't know. But I would like to see him in the game, kind of updated, looking better, and I feel like his moveset would actually translate pretty well. Let me know what you guys think down below. Oh, all the bosses here, which one, besides Nameless, do you think would get added to Night Rain? My vote, I think, might be Artorias, but close second would be Manus. But yeah, after a few minutes, he's taken down, and then we accidentally kill Dusk in our celebration. Doesn't matter. We're moving on to Dark Souls 2 with the Fume Knight. And he got the most votes from people, and it's weird. Like, I wouldn't say his attacks are hard, it's just that his hitboxes are wonky, and those weird hitboxes lead to more losses. So it's like, I agreed with it that you'll lose and it makes it difficult, but I wouldn't say he's hard. I don't know. Weird mess of words that sounds contradictory. We're not going to talk about it. Also, I have the Ring of the Conqueror on, so you will not see my left-handed sword. I just thought it was cool, and I wanted to point it out, because I'm proud I got a Deathless run. Speaking of Deathless, this run actually went pretty good. He actually didn't hit me for a good majority of the battle. Kind of just strafed around him a good bit. Because I know he only pulls out the big sword for like an end of combo swing, so just walk that way. Phase 2, though, he two-hands it, and that's when the hitboxes get a little weird. It still ain't too bad at first, till I get hit by whatever that was, which threw me off my game and died. Then we had a short loss session, just a couple attempts in a row. You know, it happens to the best of us. And honestly, again, I don't think the moveset's hard to learn. It's just those hitboxes. Like, come on. Whatever. You know what? It's fine. After like 10, 15 minutes-ish, starts to get a little bit better, starts spamming life gems and running away, and keeps kind of nailing his side. The damage was weird, though. Sometimes I would do like 130, then other times it was like 300. I don't know if like one sword would be missing or whatever. I don't know. But he's done. He's down. We're fine. We're good. We're moving on to the second man, Sir Alone. Now, I have beaten him twice. Once with the Greatsword, the Ivory King Greatsword, first time I ever beat him. And second was with the Dragon Slayer axe, because I wanted to try and do him hitless, which I did. Now, actually, I am going to mention, that was maybe a year or two ago. Like, that was forever ago. You know, in terms of the amount of times I've played this game, that was forever ago. So, I debated trying hitless at first. I pulled out the one rapier, didn't bother healing, because, you know, it's gonna be hitless. We got this. And went great so far. 2 good hits, few shots in the back, and we died. Yeah, turns out hitless is hard, and I kind of didn't feel like doing it after a little bit. Especially with how fast he really goes. But let's talk about the plan. So when I would see him doing those swings, I would typically just back up and then try and run back in. Typically he would jump out of the way, but you know, it's always worth going for, just in case you can get it. When he dashes at front of you, if I'm within a certain distance, the moment I notice him start running is when I roll. And typically that works. I also try not to get impaled, because yeah, that increases his damage, which isn't the best thing for us, obviously. You know, sometimes you just gotta sit and kind of contemplate what to do next. If
it's not what you expect. But eventually, I'm able to work it out. So, as this goes, I'm going to say thank you for watching this video. Remember, if people like it, I'll do one for all the Bloodborne and Sekiro. So do subscribe if you want to watch that. And let me know down below if you say these were the hardest bosses in the Dark Souls trilogy. If not, let me know what you think it is. Maybe I'll do an updated video at the end of the video. And also, who do you hope to see later? The stone that is so good that I just I really encountered seeing it. It's so good to see. But yeah. Anyways, here at the end, sort of lands like tries to grab a few times, but shot from the side and he's done. That's all for today.